Welcome to Roman Triumph. This is a brand new video game that just dropped on Steam. I bought it randomly because I like Roman history and I thought this might be fun. And wow, is this a great game. So I'm making this video to promote it because I think you should try it too. I'm really enjoying this. And today we're gonna show you how to play the game. This is super fun. So the setting here is that it's mid-Roman Empire, around the year 100 BC, give or take, maybe 60 BC. And the Roman legions are making forays into Gaul, which is like today's France and maybe even a little bit of Germany. And you're a general in one of these, parties that come up for a whole campaign, which means from March until August, and just clears out an area of Gaul and then tries to put up a settlement or create an establishment that will quarter troops for the winter until they do the campaign again the following year, beginning in March typically. But it's also a city builder, so we're going to build much more than just a Roman fortification. We are going to build a Roman settlement. So this is set on a randomly generated map that is loosely based on the terrain of Gaul. And we're going to try and meet some basic requirements of city building while also defending our small little settlement from all the roaming barbarians that would randomly attack Gaul, because this is their land and we're moving into it. And so this is a very cool city builder, all based around Roman history. And it's a lot of fun. So we're going to get right into that. It is the end of the campaign season. This area has been cleared out. So now we are assigned to build a settlement here, and that's called a castrum. Castrum is the town center with the town hall and the leaders and some storage. And it's the first building you're going to build. It's going to be the center of your city, essentially. So the game gives you a couple tips right at the beginning, and you can turn these on and off if you want. I'm going to leave them on for today. It says build near small and large rocks and iron ore. And that's what you see here on the screen. When I cursor's over some stone, this bar right here is iron. And then use terrain to your advantage. Make sure you have fertile terrain near you to build farms. And that's the green overlay. So we're going to go ahead and there it is, fertility. All right, so I'm thinking about putting my city right here, and I see that I have good farmland right here on the left-hand side of this body of water. So we have iron, stone, and water for fishing, so good food and materials. And then we have good arable land for farms. Also some over here. Now these drier areas, I assume are good for clay. They do have a clay-like color, but they would not be good for farming, that's for sure. We know that. And then the enemy traversable overlay. There's no enemies on the map right now, so that's nothing there. And then there's the grid. We're going to turn the grid off. So that's the overlay button for you. So I'm going to go ahead and put down my city center right here. Now you can see that there are wolves and there are deer. Deer obviously good for hunting. Wolves will straight up come and get you. So, but we're going to get them too. So we're going to kind of be in the middle here. We're close to everything. We're close to the water. We're close to where the farms are going to be. And so I got to think about where am I going to put my housing? So my housing district, I'm going to build to the right. So we want to start clearing out towards the water and to the right. And then hunting, we're going to hunt up in this area, I guess. Oh, and then one last thing is that I looked at the terrain and I saw that with the water here, the barbarians can't traverse over water. So they have to come over land and they can't come over mountains. That creates choke points. So we have a choke point right here and we have a choke point right here. So if anybody coming from the south, I know they have to come up one of these two avenues. From the east, they have a very strong choke point right here. So I can build like walls and towers to protect this area. I can protect the approaches to the center of my city. So this is a very good location for a city. We have everything we need right here, and it's defensible. So let's go ahead and plop this down. It doesn't need to be precise. You just want to make sure you leave room for roads and buildings. All right, so now if you see, some of the trees fell down, and you start off with a couple of settlers, and then here's the tutorial. You can move the camera around with WASD. You can rotate it with Q and E. You zoom in and out with the mouse button. The speed is 1, 2, 3 in space. Space is paused. Your population, citizens from the metropolis, will come to your northern settlement at the end of every month. The number of newcomers depends on the city's attractiveness, which is affected by the population's happiness. So we want to keep an eye on happiness for growing and being productive. Hover over the number shown in the information about your growth to see how this number evolves over time. And that's right up here. That's happiness. This is the number of homes we have. We need housing or else people won't come. Happiness is affected by comfort, health, and health is the most, by the way. These are not in order. Health should be at the very top because that's the most important. Recreation, safety, and then finally culture. Resources. Hover over each resource to see more information about how to obtain it and store it. And then job priority. This is maybe one of the most important buttons on this very busy button bar down here. And it looks like a little sledgehammer. Let's open this up. Job priorities are going to be the priority in which your workers do first. So if you put wood cutting at the very top, they're going to wood cut every single tree that you told them to chop down before they do anything else. So you have to manage that, and we'll manage that throughout the game. Because you don't want everyone to become a woodcutter just because you need wood. You still need to build houses, cut stone, go fishing. You need farmers so we don't starve. You need to do multiple things at once. The game forces you to manage that, which I think is good. Okay, placing roads. Roads make citizens faster. Most buildings require roads. So you got to think in your head before you place a single building, how's your city going to be laid out? I like to lay it out like a grid because that makes sense to me. So that's how we're going to do mine. Tasks. Tasks are in the guide in the early years of your journey. Hover over the task to see details about them. This is the to-do list here on the right-hand side. This kind of gives you an idea of what you need to do at the beginning to not lose the game immediately. And you also get small rewards like some wood, some food if you do these things. So I recommend following the little task list on the right-hand side of your screen. All right, let's go ahead. So everybody has a little house over their head. That means they need housing. So first thing we're gonna do, plop down some housing. Okay, we're gonna pause the game to do that because we're not quite square. I do want to build my housing and everything to the right. So one of the first things I need to do is get my workers to chop down some trees so we can build the houses this direction. Yeah. We're going to go and unpause. So while my workers begin going that direction, we're going to lay out the roads. And I like to just wrap my town center in a road all the way around it. This keeps me from accidentally placing a building right next to it, blocking access, because this is essentially our only storage area for everything. Food, stone, wood. And so the workers need to be able to get to it from all four directions. Oops, oh, let's undo that. I was trying to cut down that tree and accidentally put a road. So this is the road delete button. I'll show you again. If I click on this, you see the little red X. Click that, or you can hit the U key and it gets rid of that. All right, so now let's plant some houses. We need at least 2. And even at the list at the top says 2 houses. So let's go 1, 2. The next one is to build a hunter's hut. So we can start getting some food immediately. Farms are very good for food as well, but they take an entire season to reap the harvest. We need food today. So we're going to build a hunter's hut and start getting some food that way. So here it is, hunter's hut. We need some 30 of wood for that. So we're going to unpause the game, let the workers continue clearing this area out. And I know that this is a good area up here for hunting. We saw that before we placed our city center. So I'm going to put the hunter's hut right up there. We're also going to build a road up there to get this large stone and this iron ore. So let's take a look at the job priorities list. We have 2 things going on right now. We have wood building, wood gathering rather, and building. I'll just close these windows because I'm going to explain all this to you. Good Lord. Yep, you can enable limits. It's forcing me to do it. Okay, so if you click on the cogwheel, it brings up limiting workers. This means that builders will build first, and you can limit the number of builders to whatever number you choose. Right now, there's only enough building jobs for 6 builders, so it's limited on its own to 6. Even if I change this number to more than 6, there's only 6 building jobs in the town, so there'll never be more than 6 right at this moment. But as you build multiple buildings, this number can become very large, and then nobody's gathering wood, nobody's farming. So having 6 builders is fine for right now. Everybody else is wood gathering. We have 16 wood gathering jobs. The reason why we have so many is because I selected a lot of trees over here. That's that little white circle to be cut down. So we're going to unpause again. I'm trying to square the map up here a little bit. And let's do this so we can see a little bit out ahead of us. Now, the barbarians are going to start coming and attacking our city. So we want to keep that in mind from the very beginning. We want to be able to build walls and towers to protect ourselves. So we got 1 house done already, 2 houses. So that created some happiness. That's great. Let's go ahead, and now that we have a small amount of wood, let's build the hunting lodge. And you want to build it around as many of these deer as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. And it gives us an efficiency rating of 150%. That's really good. So you can get it a little bit higher, but 150 is fine. We just need food now so we don't starve. Now, we need to put a road. Correction, that building does not need a road, by the way. Most of them do. But you want to have a road going to most of your buildings so that your workers can move the meat from the hunting lodge back to your city center faster. So let's go to the road building thing and just kind of push it up here. All right, looks like there's some trees in the way. We're going to cut those down. There we go. You don't want to cut down a lot of trees around the hunter's hut because that's where the deer are. The deer like to stay in the trees. If you cut down all the trees, you'll have a lot less deer. You may still have some deer, but it won't be 150% efficiency. It will go down. So, but now we need to look at our job priority because now we're cutting down so many trees, it's bonkers. So our 6 builders will finish the job that they're doing now and become wood gatherers here in just a minute. Let's take a look at our number of beds. We only have 10 beds. So each house was only 5 beds. We need a lot more houses. So this is going to add to the building. And, you can also put the houses on both sides of the road. So I'm going to flip them around here. This will be a great opportunity to show you how facing matters. I'm going to move the camera for us so we can see this. I don't have enough wood right now for another house. So we got to give it a minute here. All right, so that just finished. Now, this symbol means we don't have enough workers to do any hunting. So we need to limit the number of people that are cutting down. Yeah. So we have 3 builders and 7 of these wood gatherers. So I want to free up 2 wood gatherers. I'm going to hit the number 5 and click enable. This, and it turns orange here. That means that we have a set limit to 5 of the wood gatherers. This frees up some extra bodies for hunting. If you ever wonder if there's workers not doing anything, at the top of the screen you have this little hammer and it says available workers. This number is now 3, so I can add 3 workers somewhere, probably to wood gathering. So let me go back to, actually, we're going to build some houses, so let's not even do that. Now I want you to look at the little blue arrow on this house. See, as I rotate it, there's a blue arrow pointing. That is how people get in and out of the house. So that has got to be lined up with the road, the blue arrow, or else people won't be able to get inside their front door. We're going to build 2 of these. Okay, we're out of stone. So we need a stoneworks. Oh, We can't build a stoneworks yet because we haven't researched it. So you can pick up large stones off the ground. You don't need to have a quarry for that. So for gathering stone, I just select stone gathering on this menu down here. Gather resources. And then you can left click drag over large areas like this. And any stone in this area will start being harvested. So now we've just added another job. So we've got building, which is, there's no building projects right now, so that went away. So now we have 2 hunters, which that's very important. We want hunting to be at the top. And I just drugged that up there. We have wood gathering right here. We've manually limited that to 5 so that we can have everybody else gathering stone. Now we have no idea what direction the barbarians are going to come from first. So I'm just going to make some educated assumptions here. And we're going to work with that. All right, so we just finished the first list. That gave us some bonus food and stuff. This one's going to give us some food storage and build some wheat farms. Well, the wheat farm is down here, so we need to clear out all these trees. You cannot put a wheat farm inside a forest, so we have a lot of wood cutting to do. So let me go ahead and bring my overlay back up. And we want to cut down pretty much all of this. Yep. There we go. And we may want to move people into wood cutting. Let's see, stone gathering is important. Do we have any free workers? We do have 1. So let's put wood gathering to 8. That ensures that we're really focusing on wood cutting because we've got to get this area cleared up so we can put farms over here. Now while we're waiting on that to happen, we're going to put the road that goes that direction. Let's take a look at our housing. We only have 7 vacant beds, so let's put another house up here. Make sure the arrow's facing the right way. That's so important. If you put a house facing the wrong direction, it may never get used. If people can't get into the house, it'll just be unused. All right, so as soon as this tree gets knocked out, I think we can put our first one up. Let's go ahead and see how big this wheat farm is. Yeah, perfect. We can put our first wheat farm here. I should mention, the white grid that is 2 tiles wide all the way around it, if the road is inside that white grid, you can place it and it will use the road. Watch what happens whenever I move the road that I just built outside this 2 tile grid. It turns red and it says object can't be placed this way because it has to be within 2 tiles of a road. And just for cosmetics, I like it to be right on the road. It looks better. Now we will need to build a food storage like immediately. So let's go ahead and get that up as well. And having food storage next to the farms makes sense. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it right here. This one doesn't appear to have an arrow, but let's verify that. Yeah. So this one doesn't have a road limitation in terms of what direction it faces. Okay. All right, so now that we've built a lot of things, let's see what we have. We have 2 builders working. We have 2 hunters working. 8 wood gatherers and 1 stone. This is perfect because everything that we need to get done has at least 1 worker on it. And we have no spare workers not doing anything. Fantastic. Now, if you ever wonder how much stuff you have, you can just click on this. And this is my headquarters called the Castrum. Let's see. Gathering settings. We can look at this. This is what I wanted to show you anyway. Is down here at the bottom. Our wood storage is full. So we really need to spend this wood. Otherwise, it's just going to go to waste. So let's see if we can fix that. I'd rather just use the wood than anything else, so can't put another house there apparently. What am I short of? Oh, we're short clay. Oh my gosh. Can I build a storage facility of any kind? There we go. Stockpile. Bam. Okay, so this is where we can store excess goods. And we want this to be near where we're going to put these items. So we're going to stick this right here. So clay, stone, wood can all be saved up there. I think we're wasting wood right now, which is too bad, because I don't see it being saved anywhere else. So it's really important that we get this extra storage filled up. Once this is built, we'll know if we lost a lot of wood or not. Once this is done, I'm going to build a second farm, and we have to get clay production working. I am going to put the clay production over here. You want your production areas to be away from your housing, because any kind of production puts a negative influence on happiness near where people live and play. And playing in Roman times means games, temples, things of that nature. So up here, this is going to be our production area. Down here is going to be our living and farming area. But we need to get brick production going right now, just as soon as we can. As soon as we finish building this. Okay, there we go. So this has no wood in it at the moment. This is full of wood, so it is possible that the wood is either laying on the ground out here, and I don't see it, or we lost a couple hundred wood, which would be not good. All right, so yeah, so they are bringing wood here now, which is what we want to see. Okay, let's see if we can get clay production started. Road is too far, so this does require a road. I'm going to build a road directly from the storage facility directly to where the clay pit's going to be. So we're going to put a clay pit. This does have the blue arrow. So clay pit goes there. We're going to build with it brick works. I'm going to go ahead and build 2 brick works, and the reason is later on in the game it's going to require us to have 2 brick works. So there we go. 1 clay pit, 2 brick works. Let's see if we can build any more of these wheat farms. We need 4 of the wheat farms. There we go. A little quad of wheat farms right next to the food storage. Very efficient. Let's check our houses. We have 7 available beds. So as soon as we get some bricks going, we're going to build a few more houses, and then we're going to start working on technology. And this is good. Now that we're using a lot of our wood again. All right, so the people chopping down the trees up here are delivering it to here, which is very close to where the wood is needed. So we're saving ourselves some times on some of these workers, not having to walk all the way back to the center like this guy's doing. We don't have enough workers for clay. So we are going to have to trim back our workforce on something. The builders we won't need 10 builders in just a minute, so I'm not going to change anything. Each one of these farms will take 1 worker though. So our 10 workers will become 6, and some of those 6 will begin producing clay. I do like how not all the houses are the same. Oh, this house has no one living in it. Okay. So these houses over here are full. This one's only got a small family of 3 people in it. And this one's vacant. So let's take another look at our priorities. So our builders are down to 3. Brickworking is, that requires a lot of people, 6. So we may need to reduce our wood gathering down to 4. Just so we can have some people working the bricks. Yay, we did it. Okay. That worked really well. We do have a couple spare workers now. Let's go ahead and give them something to do. And it should be wood gathering. Let's go and take the limitations off this for right now. So everybody's back to wood gathering. Uh-oh. That took away my brick workers. Okay. Let's put brickworking near the top. So brickworking is filled up first. Clay pit and brickworking are together. Wood gathering I'm going to keep at the bottom. This will just be where our excess people go. So we have farming, hunting, building. Building will always be at the top for me because it's not a continuous job. That's something that needs to get done, and then once it's done, it will take care of itself. The reason why we have one builder building something is because we had a building left under construction. Now that that's gone, there's no building jobs. Okay, training an army. Now this is where we got to get serious because we are going to be attacked. So we're going to open up the arms panel and build a, what's this called? I want to get the name right for you. I'm going to close this window so I can show it to you. See if I can find it real quick. Oh, there it is. Okay, so under defenses, oh, these are, that's the barracks. That's not the building I'm looking for. All right, let's go through it again. This is wood. These are houses. Huh. Okay. This is industry. It should be on this one. Is it not unlocked yet? There's academia. I'll tell you what, let's build the academia because maybe I got to research this. We have forester, clay pit, brickworks are unlocked. Quarry is not unlocked. That's a problem. We have wood walls, which we need to start building. Wood gates. Okay, I found it. It is not its own building yet because we don't have the ability to build a barracks yet. It is the actual town center itself will train troops for us. So we have 3 kinds of troops to start with. We have the legionnaires. And these are disciplined, close combat soldiers equipped with the short sword called the gladius. These are the ones you see in all the Roman movies. Now with them are legionary, which have the pilum, which is a spear that they can throw towards enemies and then attack as well. Or fall back behind the gladius, depending on how you want to do it. And then there's the Sagittarius, which is the archer. And this is just a low health ranged unit. If they get into hand-to-hand combat, they die immediately. So you really got to watch these guys. But they're very effective at range. They will kill the barbarians before the barbarians can burn the city down. And you want to have a combination of a couple of these. Now, each one of these is going to take a person. So they want us to build 5, and I don't think we even have 5 people. So we're going to build one of each. And then we'll go back and build a couple more as we get more people into the town. We also need to start thinking about technology. So in order to take advantage of this large stone and this iron ore, we need to build quarries to harvest those. But we haven't researched that technology yet. So I'm going to put down an academia, which is basically like a school. Oh, we need stone for that. Okay, we're going to have to wait on that, which is kind of it's too bad. What we can do in the meantime is build a hotel, because we need to make our city a little more beautiful so people want to come here. Immigration is a problem in that we don't have enough. We need more people. So we want to make our city nice. One quick way of doing this is to build a hospitum, which is the Latin base for the American word hotel, or the English word hotel. And this is a large, comfortable home for citizens. And as soon as we get some more clay, because it requires, 17 clay, I think? Yeah. So we need 5 more clay. Once we have that, we're going to build that, and then we're going to go harvest more stone. Because the timer has begun. We don't know when, but sometime in the future, the barbarians are going to attack us, and we don't have any city walls. We don't have any real defenses yet. So we want to try and get this going. We're waiting on our... Let's see how many people are actually working the pits over here. We do have 1 clay worker. We have 6 brick workers. So they seem to be doing their thing. Are we in combat? Hold on a second. Yeah, no, we're not in combat. Just want to make sure. Missing raw materials. Well, we're trying to build them. Where's our worker at? He's down in the pit. He's doing his thing. All right, so we may need another clay pit. You can see him working right there. What we can do for right now, let's turn off the second. I can make this inactive, and that frees up the workers. We won't be producing as much bricks, but right now this 1 clay pit can't keep up with 2 brick factories. But we do have enough now to build that hotel, so that's what we're going to do. And, I want to build it right along this road here. Oh, no. Oh, this is very early. Okay, we have our first enemy attack coming from this, and this time the east. They can come from any direction. And we are nowhere near ready. Well, this might be a very short playthrough of how to play the game. Oh my God. So here is the description of the barbarians. They're 1.6 meters tall. They weigh 80 kilograms. Their health is 36. Your best defense is archer towers. And of course, walls to protect the archer towers. Whoa, this is very bad. So we need to pause the game right now. Nobody's going to want to come to our city with a pending attack. Now, if we look... Oh, okay, so The attack is going to come from the left. So they're going to come up here around this lake. We don't know if they're going to be on the right-hand side, left-hand side, or both. It's very likely that they're going to be on both. And they're going to be here in 5 months, which is not long. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. So what I want to do is try to stop panicking. And let's see if I can build a wall but without chopping down these trees. Let's see if I can build the wall through the trees, because that'll save us a lot of time if it lets me do that. Can we do this? Oh my God, we can. Okay, good. We have 5 months to get this wall built and get archers on the wall. Oh boy. So here's my first archer tower. Is going to be right here. We put both those archer towers right next to each other, and we're going to get people building. We're going to prioritize building right now. We're not going to limit it. Well, we're going to increase the limit from 10 to what? We want to keep our farmers. We want to keep our hunters. We only have 4 people available. I want to take 3 of them. I need them to get down here and build this wall immediately. There's a small chance that they come over on this side. So we'll build the wall over here as well, but we want to get one wall up first. One wall is essential. So we do have lots of wood, so that's not a bad thing. Looks like we don't have enough workers for the brickworks. This is okay because it's given us time to build up our clay supplies. We have almost no clay to speak of. So I'm basically not building any more new buildings. This little hotel was the last one. Did increase our beds to 35. We have 14 vacant beds. And I want all 14 of those people, that if they do come, to become builders. We've got to build this wall and try to hold off the barbarians. I'm not putting a gate on this wall intentionally. Most walls will have gates. But there's no reason for any worker to want to come over here except to repair the wall, which you can do from the north side of the wall. So what I did there is I'm creating an area, a space where the workers can get in here and repair the wall around our 2 watchtowers. And we are going to finish building the legionaries here, because we'll get that bonus if we do that. I just don't have the people to do it yet. So we want to get... Oh, we just got one person. He's going to become a builder. I'll tell you what, once this wall is completely done, we'll build a second legionary, gladius, and a second pilum. It would be better if I had a road that came down here to make the trip to and from the Woodstock faster. Speaking of woods, we do have 203 wood, which is plenty for what we're doing. What is this? That's a large stone. So I want to make sure I don't put a farm near that so that we have room for a quarry right there. Surviving this first barbarian attack is going to be key. If we don't, obviously if we don't survive this, then it won't matter. But this is going to be tough. They really need to get busy on this road right here. On this road, on this wall. I'm going to go ahead and shut down clay and brick production temporarily. Because we're already 4 months away from the attack. I can just click that to inactive and see how it turns kind of black. What's our food supply at? Our food supply is good. That's full, and is this full? Oh, wow. Let's turn off hunting temporarily. Because apparently our food supply is maxed out, which means we're not gaining anything. Let's go ahead and turn off 2 farms. Actually, let's turn off all the farms for now, because the food supply is... I'm going to leave 1 farm up, because I don't want to lose a harvest. They need to hurry up and finish that. Whenever we get 2 months out from the barbarian attack, I'll finish building the legionaries. Right now, the people that will become legionaries are building this wall. So we're waiting on it. I imagine later on, the barbarians will attack from multiple directions. It's nice that this attack apparently is only coming from one direction. And it is going to be 14 barbarians. So as long as we have good archer coverage, we should be okay. The question is, will they come this direction? There's a good chance they come to the right of this lake, where we have no archer towers and no wall. Go ahead and speed up a little bit of time here, because we're just waiting on the workers to get to and from this area. We're 3 months out from the barbarian attack. Our food stocks are dropping, but this is a good thing, because we didn't have any storage for the farms we were working, the fields we were working. So this will be one of the only walls we have that doesn't have a gate. There's just no way to get to the other side in this case. Oh, it's winter time. Snow's starting to fall. So we have one field that we're going to harvest for food. The other ones will go fallow. There should be a little bit of room left in food storage for the one field we're harvesting, which is why I left one running. Oh, and wood cutting is, we're maxed out on wood, so let's go ahead and turn off all wood cutters. Here we go. Let's make this 0. Or okay, I guess you have to leave it as 1. Alright, so now we have a bunch of builders. Let's start over here, I guess. And again, I'm not going to bother with a gate. We'll go back and put a gate here later. But we do want overlapping wood archers. So we want 1, 2, 3. Okay. So all of the workers that are done here, the workers that build these towers become the archers for these towers. And we're 1 month away. Oh my gosh. Pause. I let month 2 get away from me. So we need to build these armies right now. There we go. So we're going to have a total of 6 troops. I meant to build these a month ago. All right, building upgrades. We can upgrade these buildings, but we're not going to. I just want them to be manned. I want to see an archer on this tower. This wall will not get finished in time. There's no way. If the barbarians come this direction, it's going to be pretty difficult to contain them. All right, there you go. Now, if you look closely, you can see a little dude up there. He's going to be the archer. And like any other work building, you can turn this off, which makes the archer available as a worker. But we're about to be attacked, so I'm leaving him there. And I'm really hoping that the barbarians choose to come this direction, because this direction is not ready. In fact, I'm going to prioritize. I want this archer tower up first, and this one. And this one. Because the wall obviously will not be done. If I can get an archer tower or 2 working on this flank, we may have a chance. Okay, the barbarians are coming. They're coming right now. So we're going to watch them, and they are fading right. So they're not going towards our prepared defenses, which is too bad. All right, who do we have to meet them? Looks like 5 of our 6 troops are ready. Oh boy, make that 4 of our 6 troops. This may not go well for us. This may be the end of it. Okay, so they did come on both sides of the water. This side will easily take care of those 4. These 2 archers will easily take care of those. But over here, this is going to be a problem. We have 10 barbarians against our little squad. Our squad would have been a lot stronger. Oh no, okay, it's a full squad now. It's 6. 6 against 10. We'll see what happens. Let me start tearing down that wall right there. Oh, they walk right through it because it's not done. All right, let's see how this goes. No, they're taking out my archer. No! Not my archer! Oh my god. Okay, so we survived it. And as you can see, we got a small amount of gold for each one of those kills. Alright, I'm going to put you boys back in the barracks. That's technically not a barracks, but barracks will be its own building here shortly. Okay. Well, that's that attack. We managed to survive it. I'm going to save the game. We're going to put a gate right here, so the gate is 3 blocks wide. put the gate recessed back one block so that anybody on the wall can look down with the gate shut and, you know, attack who is ever trying to knock the gate down. That's kind of what I was thinking, making that decision. All right, we're going to finish building this wall. We don't need to finish it right now, but that's what we're going to do. Let's get the food production back online, though. I'm very nervous about basically stopping all food production. Good thing we had stores. We have nothing left in storage. Wow, we burned through our food that fast. That was bonkers. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure we do have farmers. We do. Now these archery towers, now that the attack is over, we can turn them, make them inactive. And that will free up one worker for each one. Awesome. We'll let this project down here finish. I don't want to have to worry about attacks from the south again, because there'll be more. The attacks don't stop. The whole purpose, the whole idea is to build your Roman city in a hostile territory and defend it at the same time. That's the game. And I think surviving that first attack was really important. So we want to build an academy and a tavern. I really don't want to add any more to the build queue. I don't see any damage on this wall, so that's nice that we don't have to repair that. As soon as these towers are done, they're going to be manned, so I'm going to inactivate them, so it frees up 3 bodies. How many people do we have now? Oh, we have 12 workers not working. What? Okay, well, let's fix that. I don't know why people aren't working. We don't have a wall that's finished. Oh, I have a limited number of builders, don't I? Actually, let's not do that. Yeah. Let's check our priorities. And yeah, I've got a limit on building for some reason. Let's disable that limit and finish building that wall. All right, this tower appears to be done, so I'm going to make it inactive. That'll free up 3 people. Well, 3 people that we didn't even have. So the gate's going up, the walls are going up. This is good. Clay production's back online. All right, so that's freeing up a lot of free workers. So let's go ahead and build the tavern that they want. Let's see if I can find it here. All right. There it is, tavern. Let's go and pause the game for a moment. The tavern has a sphere of influence, which is that green bubble. So I'm going to put it right here next to this. And we're also going to put the road kind of around the tavern, like so. And then we also need to build the Academia building. This academy is very important. This is the one building that does the research that unlocks every other building. So you must build this building. And I wonder if we have any wood. Is there any wood cutting going on? Because we need more wood. There is not. All right, so we need to start clearing out area for fishing. So I'm going to harvest this wood right here. Let's make sure that's not top priority. We want wood to be ahead of... So we want building, farming, wood. Just like that. Okay. Make sure there's no limits either. For some reason there is. Okay, and the gate's almost done. Now the gate appears open right now. The next time the barbarians attack, these gates will automatically shut. So the walls are done. The walls to the south are done. So if you're wondering why we don't build a lot of buildings right away, like why don't you just overbuild housing so you don't have to worry about it? Well, a lot of these buildings will take up a monthly fee. Let's take a look at the academy when it's done here. So for every month that we have a, this is a tavern. This one may not have a fee. I guess we'll know whenever it's finished, it'll tell us. But there's a cost, a monthly cost to these buildings. All right, so comfort is greatly enhanced by the tavern. So is recreation. You see all the happy, smiling people? That's going to bring in a flood of new people. And we want to build that academy if it's available. We need stone. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's see, stone. Let's get rid of the stone that's in this area. And any stone that's over here. Because this is the area that we're kind of expanding into. This is all going to become housing. So our temple and a coliseum is going to kind of all be over here. We could make a housing district up here as well eventually. Do we have any extra beds? No. So it is time to build houses. We gotta remove some of these trees. So if we look at the arrows here, everything is going up except wood and stone, which we've just taken action to correct that, so that should fix itself. Yay, we can finally build the academy. So this does not have any kind of positive or negative effects. I'm just going to stick it up here by itself. I can easily find it and click on it. We'll be clicking on that building a lot to research different technologies. One of the first things we got to do is we have got to get quarry researched, because I need a stone quarry and an iron mine. Also, we have all this water. We want to put fishermen on this. All right, so I think this gives you a real flavor for how this game goes. We're going to wrap up this first episode here. We will be continuing this series if you guys want it. Just let me know in the comments or click the like button. Just do something that lets me know that you enjoy this kind of gameplay. And we'll turn our little Roman settlement in Gaul into the next big Rome. And there's much more to show you, by the way. We can do trade routes. There's a strategic level to this game. We're going to build large armies. We're going to go on trips abroad with the armies and, you know, conquer things, bring back treasure. That's all coming up. All right. So this has been Roman Triumph, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.